I didn't see any changes either, because
I mean, so,
I was gonna have changes until I talked to a constitutionalist,
right.
and then they brought me to Article 39 and said the charter can't conflict with the state laws anyway, so. No matter what they put in the charter, they have to comply with state law.
all right. All right,
Just wanted to
we will now call the charter session, or charter commission to order today. So if you could all please rise for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. If you could please remain standing for a moment of silence for our troops. Thank you. You can be seated. All right, so Brian is going to be late if he can make it at all tonight. So we are called to order and in public session. Tonight, what we're going to do is kind of look at the language of putting the report through and all the attachments. So Brian was going to get that out this last weekend. I did not see a copy of that, so I'm assuming we're going to postpone that for another week or two, because until he's got a chance to get that out. Now, Al, you said you had something you wanted to discuss?
Yes, I had a couple things. First of all, last week, 2 weeks ago, or whenever our last meeting was, I kept bringing up about the references that I wanted to see on the charter. After doing some research and talking to one of the constitutionalists that I know, there's really no reason for that. I wanted to apologize because I thought the town charter was the gospel. It's actually not, even though it's put in place, because if you read, and I forgot about this here, on Article 39, changes in the town and city charters. This is an amendment to the New Hampshire Constitution. Okay, somebody was smart in 1966 and put this forward. It says, changing the charter or form of government of a particular city or town shall be enacted by the legislature except to become effective upon the approval of the voters of such city or town upon referendum and be provided for in said law. The legislature may be, or by general law, authorize cities and towns to adopt or amend their charters or forms of government in any way which not in conflict with general law, provided that such charters or amendments shall become effective only upon the approval of the voters of each such city or town. So in other words, my interpretation of this is any law that comes out, since we're not a referendum state, the charter, our town charter, cannot conflict with state law per our New Hampshire Constitution. Okay, so, and like I said, I forgot, that was one of the last articles in the Constitution, and basically forgot about Article 39, so it is there. So I wanted to retract what I said about having references, because there's really no reason for it, because we have no choice but to comply, with state law.
Good.
Okay, and my last thing that I wanted to bring up, on some stuff I got from the New Hampshire Department of Revenue. On one of the sites in town, and in some area in Chatter area going on, a couple of sites, there's a lot of confusion on SB2. SB2 is only Senate Bill 2. It's a Senate bill that brought in the deliberative session and the official balloting. Because if you read SB2, it goes into the official balloting. Okay, and it works hand in hand with Article 11 in the Constitution, because in Article 11 it talks about voting on elected positions in all in questions that are in there. So I just want to make sure that people understand, we're really not being an SB2. SB2 is only Senate Bill 2. It's just a name that everyone calls it. They're an SB2 town. Even though they say on the school side or on our side we're a modified version, but we're still issued things out in accordance with the law under SB2. Thank you.
Thank you. I just wanted a quick look, for the purpose of the report. Brian was going to put together, the main page, and then, correct me if I'm wrong, we were going to put in all of our minutes, all the information we received from the various agencies that have come forth.
Handouts,
Handouts, yeah.
yeah, from our visitors and so forth.
Right. And then just the bulk of the language changing the charter. Okay, is there anything else in the report that I'm missing that we need to put in?
I'll say it, I think it's included, but I think it's included what you said, but I'll say it so people understand. Letters from the attorney,
Okay,
you know,
yep.
opinions and that type of thing as well.
I'm trying to find my notes that I got from it. Did it state in there on the motion that we made that the board approves, will it say on that? That the board does approve the adopted provisions of RSA 40:13, or whatever, you know, official balloting? Will that go in the beginning of that report? I'm trying to find a copy of my,
Let's see, I don't, it's, the one that we talked about, that Dave Karen brought in, was section 5.3, it didn't talk about 4013 at all.
no, in the actual wording it does, but I mean, the board approved for the voters to vote on. Do we start that out like that? What goes in our,
Like a cover letter or
yeah,
something?
like a cover letter?
I would
What the
assume.
vote is, you know, what it
Right.
was, 6-3.
I think it can be a very small introduction.
Yeah.
You know, like one or two paragraph thing that, you know, the members of the Charter Commission, what the official motion was, how it was passed, you know, who, you know, 6-4, 3 against, and then go into the language and the attachments. Does that sound pretty reasonable?
Yeah.
So I'll get with Brian, and we'll definitely get that out this week. I mean, I'm not sure when we can schedule another meeting to review that.
I think the 23rd was
23rd.
used.
No, but we can go in the.
That's true.
Go in a
Yep.
different room.
A different
Because if
room of
it's
the
written
library
and
or
everybody's looked at it, then it should be pretty simple to
Right.
come back and with any comments. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah, it does. The thing is, we need to really have that information prior to that
The
meeting.
meeting,
so
that's
we look at
correct.
it. Because I went to the website, and unfortunately, something changed in the website, and the only thing that shows up when I go to the Charter Commission right now is the meeting minutes of August 9th. That's all that shows. I mean, I click on Charter Commission, and that comes up.
Did Margot get back to you on that at all?
No.
I'm happy to send,
No,
What I have.
because I really wanted to, I was gonna print my own copies of the final approved minutes, because I was using it for reference in what I was doing,
Right.
and I couldn't do it, so
okay.
I need them, hopefully they can get that fixed. And the other things, the other attachments, I just wanna make sure that we get a list out, so I know if I have them, and if I don't, which ones do I need to get?
What, Larry, can you put together just, you know, a brief table of contents? Of what, or an appendix of what's gonna be included? Because we have the minutes and we have the various attachments. Were you able to scan those in? Or wasn't somebody gonna scan those in for you? Are you gonna copy them off the website or
I
something?
already sent them out to you guys.
Okay.
Earlier, I think last week.
Yeah, I got that, I
Yeah.
got the ones you're talking
So
about.
what,
I
so
just
it's
have to
just not on the
cross-check
town
To my book.
Yeah.
website, is that?
Yeah, we go to the town website, can't get to anything.
All right.
There's nothing, the only thing you can get to is the August 9th minutes. Somehow, a link or something
I'm on the town.
got screwed up.
Okay.
Okay.
Go ahead, go to Charter Commission, right below, no. Let that go right there. Click, no, right there, Charter Commission.
Right there, okay.
Normally, if you click on that, what would happen is it'd open up and it'd give the names to all the charter members of the commission, and then underneath it would have the meeting minutes. When I go to it right now, and over the weekend when I went to it, all I got was the minutes of August 9th. It's the only thing that would come up. You too, you say you just did it.
Is that Marge handles that?
Margot, but I can check with her.
That would be great.
Okay, yeah.
All right, we'll see what we can do to fix that.
Okay. I just want to make sure that we have, because there's been a number of different pieces of correspondence that we've received.
Yes,
I
there's
just want
been
to make,
quite a bit.
yeah. And I'm not sure that I have everything. That's why
Okay.
I'm asking.
But all that's on the town website is the meeting minutes, right?
I know, but the list that she's going to give us hopefully will, I can then look and see if I have what she says.
Do you
Well,
want
it
to
should all
look
be
for
on the
my book,
town
too?
website anyways.
Well, not all the letters are on the website.
But I guess they should be, right? If
They're
that's gonna go to the
public.
final report.
Well, it's going to be the final report. It doesn't have to be on the website, but certainly,
The letters that were read into the meeting
they are,
would be in the minutes,
right.
Right.
but anything that was just submitted to the Charter Commission, I don't think it needs to be in the minutes. So that would, probably wouldn't be in there,
You mean on the website?
on the website, yeah.
Like,
Right.
like what Dave handed out won't be on the website, because that was just handed out to us at the meeting for discussion.
I did put it on the
Did
minutes.
you get that added?
I added it to the minutes,
Oh, okay.
so they're on the end, because our minutes were only 3 pages long, I think, and then the rest were the attachments.
Oh, okay. Good.
Okay. Well, I'll get with Brian and do the one-page, just brief discussion, and we'll get that out so that we have everything, and then we can schedule the room for next week just to bring any comments. We'll make sure that that gets out this week. By Wednesday or Thursday, I'll give everybody at least 3 or 4 days to look at them, so we can be prepared next week to submit it in the rough draft and make any changes or whatever ahead of time. That sound reasonable?
Yep.
Anybody else have anything that they want to add?
Like I said, we probably would get through some more tonight if Brian was available, but we're not, so.
I know.
I have nothing.
How about the minutes? Any changes to the minutes or any discussion on the minutes from last week?
12 pages worth off my printer. by then.
My printer's broken, so I didn't have time.
Last time was 10, so we're getting.
Well, that's what I had, the attachments this time, and I had the, from Dave, and then also the letter from Bart Mayer that he had sent to.
I'm not complaining because they're very thorough.
Oh, okay.
She's the
Yes,
best.
they are.
Yeah.
She's the best.
I make a motion, we accept the minutes of August 9, 2010.
Second?
All right. All in favor of approving the minutes, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Abstain.
All right, well, the minutes will stand then. All right. If nobody has anything else, then this will be one very short meeting of the Charter Commission tonight.
Can I have a ride, Al?
I'll give you a
I'll make a motion to adjourn then.
All right?
I'll second it.
Nice. Well, thank you so much for attending tonight. I sure appreciate it.
Short and sweet.